guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Dexter Resurrection. This one's going to be doing another discussion video for today after the double premiere for Dexter Resurrection, which of course aired this past week. I want to discuss a massive discussion topic and a massive thing that was established in the first episode of Dexter Resurrection, which is Angela's disappearance and the conclusion of Angela's character. So, I had a lot of people kind of mentioning this one, and yes, I definitely want to talk about it because, I think everything about the first two episodes was great. I think everybody enjoyed basically every single element of both of these episodes, and as did I. I mean, I thought it was, a fantastic start to this series, but there was one thing that did annoy me with these first two episodes, and something that I did want to kind of go into, which is the idea of them wrapping up Angela's character in the manner that they did. So, the way they kind of described this one is that Angela, I guess, shot Dexter. They basically pinned that on her. Or I guess she kind of said that she did or some crap like that. And then she kind of cleared his name, apparently. She reversed everything she said to Angel Batista. She reversed all the statements that she said. And she fled with Audrey, her daughter, who is also gone. And they basically left and got out of Iron Lake. And that's what happened to Angela. So, I'm not sure 100%. And maybe if you guys have more information on this than I do, you can let me know. I'm kind of confused. Like, is the actress just not wanting to return? Was it a story decision for them to do that? Because here's the thing, right? If this is an actress situation, if they were trying to get the actress and she didn't want to return to the role, then okay, I get that. You know what I mean? I get that completely. Because, I mean, at that point, what are you going to do with her character? She did say all these things about Dexter, so you can't really reverse that without just reversing it and, kind of just conveniently axing her from the story. So I get that element. Plus, you can't have Dexter be, on the run. You know what I mean? You can't have that. And I kind of figured that when I was stepping into this series, One of the things that I did mention in a lot of videos before, this series beginning, is I was like, there's no way that this is going to be a Manhunt series, because for one thing, it's going to be running for multiple seasons, which they've already clarified. Also, we know that Dexter is, calling himself Dexter in this. He's not Jim Lindsay, and he's roaming around New York. So, realistically, they would catch him, and it would be the end of the series. You know what I mean? So, they had to make it plot convenient for Dexter to be back out there in them streets. We out here in these streets, kind of doing that whole thing. So I kind of figured that, and I was like, all right, at this point, yeah, they're gonna do something to clear Dexter's name. But my bigger question is this something to do with the actress? Did the actress not want to come back to the role? Because unlike what a lot of people say, and I heard a lot of people saying, oh, thank God she's gone, I personally really liked her character. I liked her a hell of a lot more than this Teddy character that's kind of just some, dum-dum. I really liked Angela's character. I liked the dynamic she had with Dexter. I liked, the stuff that, they were doing with her, giving the information to Angel Batista. I kind of was looking forward to seeing her and Batista working together to try to build evidence against Dexter. I was kind of excited for that idea, but they didn't really go that route. They kind of used her instead to clear Dexter's name. Again, is it an actress issue or is it a story idea? Because like I said, if it's an actress issue, I can kind of understand why they did what they did. If it's a genuine just story idea to not have her in the story, yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't know. It's like the one element of this first episode that I didn't like. I was like, really? Like, we're gonna go that cheap with it, So I don't know. Maybe you guys could answer it. Maybe you guys have, more information to it than I do. I haven't heard anything about the actress not wanting to do the character. It just sounds like this was just a story idea, so I don't know. Is that kind of what they're aiming for? Is it just Angela's character's wrapped up because they just don't know what to do with her? Or is it an actress issue and, is that the reason why we didn't see her in these, first two episodes?
Fuck no.
So I guess at this point we would consider Angela's character just wrapped up. At least until I hear otherwise. That's kind of where I'm looking at it. So, like I said, it's a minor slip up in, a season that is starting off fantastic. It's the only real gripe I have with it. It feels very off to just kind of clear Dexter's name, say that she shot him, say that whole, it feels like they had an issue with the actress. That's what I'm gonna choose to believe, because it just feels really fast for them to do that, you know what I mean? It feels like they didn't want to get the actress back for the show, so, or that she didn't want to come back for the show, you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. It'll be unfortunate not to see Angela's character, though, because, like I said, I did like her addition to New Blood. She was one of my favorite things about the New Blood show. So I will say this, if that is the end of Angela, if we don't see anything from her again, and if, 110 of New Blood is kind of just her wrap-up, kind of a lousy wrap-up, I'm not gonna lie, but I will say, she was a good character for what she had. She was an enjoyable character. Do I wish we saw more of her? 100%. But, at the same time, if it's an actress issue, then I get it. You know what I mean? I definitely understand it. It is going to be kind of weird, though, to see Batista interacting with Teddy, who was, like, nothing in New Blood, I notice now they're, like, really pushing Teddy on us, it's kind of like the representation of, the New Blood, Iron Lake storyline, which doesn't really hit the same as Angela, but, it is what it is. So, let me know your thoughts. You guys think this is it for Angela? Do you think we're kind of done with that character? I'm going to say I think we're going to put a seal on that. I think she's wrapped up, which, again, that's fine. If the actress didn't want to do it, I think that's kind of what we're looking at here. But, if y'all know any more information than I do, let me know. So, if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe. Don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos for Dexter. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist. Beat world gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.